In the dead of night, off the volatile coast of Venezuela, a U.S. Navy destroyer detected fast-moving vessels slicing through the dark waves at breakneck speed. Alarms pierced the silence, red lights flashed across the bridge, and radio channels buzzed with urgent commands in English and Spanish. What should have been a routine patrol had escalated into one of the tensest standoffs in recent history. Every maneuver, every sonar ping, every heartbeat mattered as two nations silently tested each other's resolve. The Caribbean has long been a strategic corridor for global powers. Venezuela, with its rapidly modernizing military, has repeatedly asserted control over its territorial waters, while the United States maintains constant patrols to monitor shipping lanes and protect strategic interests.
In early 2025, tensions reached a peak when U.S. naval operations approached sensitive regions near Venezuela's coast. Both sides were acutely aware that a single miscalculation could spiral into conflict, making every encounter high stakes and every decision critical. From Caracas, military commanders viewed U.S. patrols as provocative, a direct challenge to sovereignty, and orders were clear: monitor, confront, and assert control, but avoid direct escalation if possible. On the U.S. side, crews were trained for vigilance and restraint, knowing that diplomacy and survival rested in their ability to remain composed under pressure. On that fateful night, radar screens flickered as the destroyer picked up multiple fast-moving contacts, closing in from the north. Orders from the bridge were swift: maintain course, keep communications open, and prepare for evasive maneuvers. The first patrol boat appeared on the horizon, engines roaring through the waves. Crew members gripped rails, scanning the shadows for any hint of aggression.
On board, tension hung thick in the air, each sailor aware that seconds could determine the difference between routine and disaster. From the Venezuelan side, commanders were equally vigilant. High-speed vessels moved in coordinated patterns, testing the response of the U.S. ship, measuring distance and evaluating intent. For 20 tense minutes, both sides engaged in silent maneuvering, each aware that a single wrong move could trigger a military confrontation. The vessels circled each other like predators in the dark, engines humming, waves crashing against hulls. Radio channels carried urgent but calm warnings. Quote, "This is your last warning," came the voice from the Venezuelan patrols. The U.S. captain responded, "Maintain position. Do not engage unless fired upon." Every radar ping, every light flash was a test of nerve, a demonstration of restraint, and a silent psychological battle that neither side could afford to lose. Crew members described the intensity as almost surreal, like a game of chess played at 30 knots per hour, with lives, reputations, and international politics on the line. Helicopters hovered above, observing, while satellite feeds streamed live intelligence to naval command centers, each byte of data scrutinized for insight into the opposing side's strategy. Behind the scenes, intelligence analysts monitored every move. U.S. command tracked the patrol boats via satellite, radar, and encrypted communication channels, anticipating maneuvers and planning contingencies. Venezuelan forces, aware of these monitoring systems, used unpredictable patterns and high-speed approaches to test reaction times, all while avoiding direct engagement. The silent battle of wits unfolded far from public view, a reminder that modern warfare often occurs in shadows, with information as deadly as weapons. Analysts later noted that a single miscommunication, an ambiguous radio signal, or a misunderstood maneuver could have led to escalation. Yet, restraint prevailed. Training, discipline, and a deep understanding of protocol prevented disaster. What seemed like a simple patrol mission was in reality a high-stakes negotiation conducted through movement, radar, and silent signals. As dawn broke over the Caribbean, the fast patrol boats retreated and the U.S. destroyer resumed its patrol. Public statements from both governments downplayed the incident, but behind closed doors, strategists and analysts dissected every decision, every maneuver. The encounter would be studied in naval war colleges and intelligence briefings for years to come. This incident was not merely a confrontation at sea, it was a window into modern naval strategy, intelligence operations, and the delicate balance of power. It highlighted the razor-thin line between diplomacy and conflict and reminded the world that the most dangerous wars are often fought without a single shot being fired. In the silent waters off Venezuela, two nations measured each other's strength, resolve, and restraint, and the world watched, unaware of the near crisis that unfolded in darkness.